Hi everyone, welcome to the last video of the series where we are going to build this coffee shop landing page. So let's start the video. So until now we have done these. Let's see where we have reached so far. So in the previous video we have to add this two columns, but these are not perfect. Like if I see what we are actually trying to build, so you can see we have some padding in between these columns, and the text is also little different, and it's look much better than this one which we have here, right? So we will do this later, but right now we will add this footer section. Okay, so let's try to build this footer section. So now let's understand the footer section first. So let me use this pen. Okay, so in this section we have this big container, this whole big container of footer, right? And in this footer container we have this like its heading. Okay, it's like top of the footer, right? So this is top of the footer, and in the footer we have this margin. All right, so we can do this by like adding another section here. So this will be like this, as we do in the header section. So if I scroll, let's close this pen. Okay, here we have implement the same thing, like we make this wall section, and then let me draw out this. Like firstly we will build this bigger section, then after building this, then we will build this inside one, and after building this inside one, we start building this inner one. Okay, so why we use this so much boxes? Because in the boxes things are always organized. That's why we use these boxes method. So let's remove these boxes, and now understand this. So this will be done here, and now after that we have this sorry, I should take eraser. Let's change back to okay. So we have this section which is, if it's lower, like we say it top footer, then we can say this lower footer, right? And in the lower footer we have these links, these three columns, one column, two column, three column, and you can quickly guess that we are going to use display flags in this section, because we are going to display these row wise. Okay, and inside of these boxes we will be use display flags, and the flags direction will be column, because they are one above the one below one. And after that we have this another one, which is this, sorry, this one. Okay, so I am not good at annotation, so don't try to judge on that basis. So this is what we are going to build. So close all these stuff, delete everything, and now let's try to build this. So firstly we will need a container for footer. Now go here, and after column container, then we will make footer section. Like let's add comment, because that's very important. Let me, actually I have installed Django extension, that's why it's make mm, it like a Python template, sorry, Django template. So now if I comment this, okay, so now this is footer, and now let's make a div which will be div dot footer. Inside footer there will be a footer container. If I go let's jump here. So inside footer we have this top footer and lower footer, so we can call this or I think I should divide this into three parts: top footer and this one and this last one. Okay, so this will be div dot footer top. All right, and this will be div dot footer, what we call this, let's say footer main, and this is the last of the footer, so call this whatever, like footer bottom. Okay, now after doing this we have something. So firstly let's design this top footer. So in the top footer we have this background color and these icons. So we will be using font awesome to get these icons. So come here and type font awesome. Firstly we need font awesome cdn, so type font awesome cdn. CDN basically like all the CSS of Font Awesome will be on the cloud, and we will be accessing that CSS and JavaScript with this link that is called CDN. So on the website of CDN.js, click on this, and they provide CDN for like Font Awesome like website, and I think they also provide for Bootstrap also, and currently I don't remember, but just copy this link, first one, come here, and in the top uh, below the title bar paste this. You have to paste this in the header section, so I have pasted this. Now come down below, and we need icons now, so click on Font Awesome icon. Font Awesome icon, open the first one link, which is fontawesome.com. Now search for icon here. So right now if I see this website, so we have firstly Facebook, then Twitter and Instagram icon. So first search for Facebook. Where is Facebook? So it's searching for Facebook. Now there are some pro icons which we have to pay for using them commercially, so I am going to use this free one, which is, let's see, whatever we have used. This is circle like icon, so this one, so this will be open. So click, why this not opening? Okay, so copy this HTML, which is iClass. Okay, and paste this in the footer top. All right, now save this and try to refresh our page. So refresh, and you can see this is, let me zoom in. So this is the Facebook icon, this one. Okay, so we have to increase the size of this Facebook icon also, so we will do this through CSS, but now let's more icon also, which is Twitter and this Instagram icon. So search for Twitter. So here we have our Twitter icons. We will be using this bird icon. Copy this and come to our code and paste this. Now we need Instagram, so same search for Instagram. Okay, 6 result. We are going to use this one, and copy this, copy HTML, paste this, save this, and refresh this. So we have these three icons, and if you can't see, let me zoom in. Okay, so these are the icons. Okay, so now we will change the size of these icon by CSS. So let's do this. Now let's try to inspect these elements. So right click, inspect, and now firstly come to this footer section, and we are going to provide a height to our footer section. So height will be, let's say, 400 pixel, and border will be 2 pixel. I am using border currently, but we will change that later because I just using to debug this properly. So border, we have now border, and after that now come to the header. We also need to change the background color, I think. So this is the color. So let's see how we can, let's try to inspect this one also, and let's see if we have background color. I think we have some shade of the white. What is this? I don't know. Let's see. So click this one, and put your main. There is no background color in this. Okay, we will see that later, but for now we are going to use this color. So I forgot to inspect this. So in the header top section there is a color of this RGB. So copy this and come here in this footer top section, type here background will be this RGB, and okay, this one. Height will be 20, let's say 18%. 18% of 18% height of this parent footer. Like if this wall footer have 500 pixel height, then the height of this footer top will be 18% of 500 pixel, right? So I think 18% is less, so increase it more. Okay, now I think there is some spacing here. uh, okay, it doesn't matter much. So height, and we will be using display flags because we need to make them center. Display flags, and now center them horizontally. We will be use align item center. Okay, and now we need to change the position of these. If I see this, you can see these are, there is a lot of margin on the left. So come here, and the footer top section will be margin left. I think we should use padding left. Padding left 23%. Reduce little bit. So why I not use margin left? Because if I use margin left, then all these element, this whole top section including this background color will shift it to outside of this, and we don't want it to go much beyond the frame. That's why. So now we have to increase the font of these element also. So let's see if we have something in here. So we have some command, some text, sorry, some text, so that we can increase the size also. So let's see all these. So how we can increase? I think we can do that by font size. So let's try to do that by font size. Okay, so let's try to do this in our dev tools, and we will then copy all these to our CSS file. So in this, if I go to this class, so in this class type, like we can change this by font size. So font size will be, I think 12 pixel. Now increase this. Okay, I think 60 pixel is perfect. Okay, and we can apply the same element to everyone, right? And we will be using something called margin left, sorry, okay, margin right, so that we have some padding in the right side, sorry, some margin in the right of this, so they don't look congested. So margin right, and let me see if recording is working properly. Okay, it's working. Margin right, margin right 3. Let's start it with 5 pixel. I think 5 pixel is perfect for now, and we will change that later, or let's say 10 pixel. Okay, so now we have this margin. Now let's try to, sorry, not try, but copy all these elements to our CSS file what we have implemented here. So put this and this side, and open our CSS file, which is main.css. Split the editor, and now select footer. So footer, and let's see what we have implemented at there. So copy these, copy all declaration, and paste this. Same do for everyone. Save this, and copy this also. Now we need to add a class here so that we can target everyone, or we can simply do like dot footer space dot footer top, and in the footer top we have a I tag, so we can target by this method also. So now font size will be not okay, font size 60 pixel, and we need to provide margin also. So margin right will be 10 pixel. Okay, save this, and now refresh this. So you see these size has been changed. Now if I see this, okay, the size is some small, and we have some more margin. Okay, our look congestion, these icon look congested, so increase this to 20 pixel, and font size will be 50 pixel. Let's see this. Okay, now this it's look perfect, but I think we have some different here. Okay, when I hover over this, then the color changed. This is like gray color. Okay, so come to our code base, select this, and copy this and paste here. Now do like this, hover, and now we have something called scale, sorry, transform, and scale. Now increase the scale to 1.20. So that means that whatever attribute we have provided to this tag I tag, they will be increased by 1.20%, right? So also we need to add animation also, so that will be transition all point I think 2 second is 3 second is perfect, and ease perfect. Now let's see how this work. Refresh this, and okay, perfect. Now we need cursor pointer also, so cursor pointer, save this, refresh this. Perfect. Also we need to change the color. If I see, so color will be, refresh. I think it's uh, gray is very high. So let's inspect this and copy the color code from here. So where is the color? It's black, and I think we have some force state hover. Okay, so when I click force state hover over this tag, then we have this color called dark slate gray. Copy this and come here, replace the oh, I think I have copied this. So in window we have control V, so we can see our last copied text. So save this now and let's see if it's work. Refresh. Okay, perfect. All right, so this is how it's working. Now if you see this, let's close this in DevTools, and it's moving little bit to right, I think. Yes, but because I have not used scale attribute here, but in here I have used scale attribute, but so I think it's much better than this one, right? So and we need to increase the padding also. So increase this margin right by 30 pixel and let's see the difference. Perfect. Now we have done the footer top work, and okay, I think we have forget to increase the size also. So font size, but we don't need to actually add the font size because we have increased this. So increase this one, so this will automatically increase the font size also. Refresh. You see, now font size is increased as expected. Now we need to do some work on this footer section. So we have 3 columns in this section, so let's design these columns. So in footer main we have div dot, what is this, about us. Let's call this column 1, or just call it about us. In the about us we have um let's, what's happening, so change it to column 1, and next is column 2, div dot column 2, and same way I will make column 3. Now copy all these text which is about us, our heritage, our company. So div dot about us, or let's say use a span tag here. So span and about us, span our heritage. Copy this, paste here. In the next span tag, copy our company, paste here. All right, save this. Now in this okay, I have done mistake. I have to paste these inside here, column 1, and in the column 2 we have customer service and frequently asked questions. So customer copy the customer service and paste here. Copy frequently asked question. Now copy these two also, which is quick link and store locator. Alright, we have copied all these things. Now go to our coffee shop, refresh this and inspect these items. So we will be changing all this and then we will copy them to the CSS file. So in footer main we will be using display flags so that it comes in the row. And sorry, let's remove this display flags. Let's first assign the some height to it. So let's say border, and border will be, since we have provided, let's see how much length we have provided to the top border, sorry, height. So it's 35%. We don't need 35% actually. We can do that in 30% also. Now if this is 30%, then this height will be, let's say, 60%. Okay, 60%. And we also need border, so border 2 pixel, so that we can see how much it's taking the space. And now you add this display flags. All right, and after display flags, let's add a class column1 dot column1, and in the column1 what we have, display flags direction will be flags direction column, and I think this is not applied here. Okay, so we have applied the same to here. Now use this for column2 also. So dot column2 and column3, add spaces. Okay, so you can see this. Now we have to divide the spaces evenly. So first let's see the border of these elements. So border will be 2 pixel solid, and let's justify content. Actually we will not use justify content here. We will go to our footer main section and here justify content, and I think we should have something here. Okay, we have space evenly here. So let's see. Now let's see how this one look here. Okay, so that's not bad. Let's try to add some width also to these columns. So come here, and width will be, since these are 3 columns, we will be providing 30% and 10% will be for spaces. So 30% width, and let's see. Okay, now it's look perfect, but we have to put these container in parallel to this line, so we have to make it to move some right side. Let's see. Yeah, so okay, we will do that later, but now let's change the heading and all these stuff. So in about us, let's expand this column, and in this span we need to increase the font size. So font size will be 32 pixel. Okay, 32 is perfect. And font style will be bold. Font style italic oblique. Do we have bold here? Okay, we have that in font weight. So font weight will be 600. Now let's copy these to our CSS file and we will do more changes later. Now when I want to try copy these spend tag attribute proper declaration, then we need to take a different approach. So we will be doing like this. So in select this element, sorry, this selector, and paste here. Now we have this called something called first child. First child, and add this first child to every column. So in column 3, in column 2, and in column 1. So first child, column 3, and so these all these column have a span tag. So this will select the first one, which is about us, customer service, and quick links, and I want to display them in some increased font size, so that like 32 pixel and font weight 60. So copy all declaration and paste this here, save this. Now it should work, and let's see. Okay, it's not working. So to use first child, I think we have to use a span tag also in this. So column 1, and in the column 1 we have a span. So select copy this span tag and paste in column 2, in column 3. Save this and refresh. Okay, so as you can see, every first element has been of these container have become bolder, and some text also has been increased. So I think we have to reduce the font, so let's reduce the font. So this will be around 22 pixel. Refresh this. Okay, now it's perfect. Now we need to do something for these. So come here, and we have to make them bolder and change their text color. Also we need to add padding, so or margin, whatever it takes. So come to our dev tools, or don't use dev tool, we just do this directly. So first, to select these, we will be using this one. So footer, copy this, and now we don't need first child, so remove everything from here. So the font color will be gray, and it will be font weight will be 600. So font color, okay, we have color, gray, and the font weight will be 600. Font weight 600. Perfect. We have also margin, so to add margin we will be using margin top, let's say 10 pixel, and margin bottom 10 pixel. Save this and now refresh our coffee shop. So you see, but the color has been changed of about us also. So because we have do this with spantex, so copy this, cut from here, and paste here, right? So if you understand the role of importance, that or whatever you say, role or concept, so CSS take whatever written in the last, so that's why it changed the color. Now if I refresh this, okay, again it don't work properly. Let me see what the problem. I think I have to define font color here, so color will be black. Okay, now perfect. Now we need to add margin here also. Like if I see, I think they don't have any margin. It look, we have to increase some font size so that they are clearly visible, and we don't need to do anything other than that. So for first child, let's increase some padding. So open our dev tools, select this one, and margin left 12%. Okay, 12%, and I think 12% is perfect. And we need to increase the font size also of both of these these elements which are in gray. So come to our heritage, and let's see how font size 14 pixel. Increase this 20 pixel, I think is perfect. So let's copy the CSS into our style sheet, but we have to use that first child option again. So for margin left column 1, we will be doing, like if you see, this is in the footer main section, so dot footer main, and in the footer main we have, okay, we don't need to use any child because we have a class with all these. We have 3 classes in this footer main, and these 3 have different names, so we will not use that first child row. So margin left will be 7%, and these element which comes under the column 1 and 2 and 3, so we have to select these element, column 1 element, column 2 element, span, and font size 20 pixel. Save this, and this should work perfectly. I think font have been changed or not. Okay, I don't remember if I have changed the font. So but this looking perfectly. So now remove all these, we will be removing all the borders, and let's see what we have. So for copyright, I think you can do this on your own, but I will be doing this. So in this we have to copy all these and we can paste here. So I think you can do this also on your own, because the video is taking very long and I already have put very long videos. So I assume that you all are beginners, so that's why I don't use any complicated thing here. And this should, now you should have increased all your skills for CSS, and I hope you have learned something new and practiced your skills for front end. So that's it for the video, and now you can do anything in this, like you can add padding with the first child rule, like in the first child there will be margin right, and in the second child there will be margin left, like this. Or you can but if you provide different class here, then they you may end up messing something, all these things, but you can use first child rule and like this. Okay, so I think that will definitely help you in adding padding here. And if you are not able to add padding, then just comment below and I will be helping you by adding a short video of these. Okay, so that's it for the video, and this is the last video. Thank you for continuing to up to this video, and I will be doing another series. Please let me know in the comment section what you want to see next. Thank you so much.